Hello and welcome to another edition of Overland Fam. In today's video we're going to talk about the finances. How are we going to afford this mega journey across the African continent? Well, let's get into the details, and we're going to try and show you how we formulated, how we can essentially do something which many people see as a dream, that can only be done whilst they are retired from work or whatever. Excuse me. Let's have a chat about this. So, we thought about doing this last year. And in fact, a lot of people have started thinking about doing something like this, doing these overland excursions more and more so because of the pandemic, and because that was part of the reason why I wanted to do it as well. I wanted to step away from flying to my destinations. I wanted to go overland whenever I wanted to go on vacation. I wanted the car to be the first thing that I thought about. My partner's uncle, my wife's uncle, drives all the time. To when he goes on vacation, and part of the reason is because he doesn't want to fly and rent. But another part of the reason is that he is a doctor. He's a surgeon, and he cannot his time is limited. He doesn't even know when he can get off in order to go on vacation. Something might come in which needs, someone might come in that needs his desperate help, So he chooses to go on vacation in his car, because then it doesn't matter when he kind of leaves. He just leaves when he's finished, and then his car's packed already, just comes back, boom, let's get ready, boom, boom. And his wife would drive him, or he would drive himself, normally going to either Greece or the Balkans, and which is something that he used to do. And I wasn't inspired by it. Actually, at the time I was like, why not just fly? It's a 30-minute flight, but it's a 10-hour drive. It's like, why? And I didn't realize at the time, but 10 hours driving is nothing. It's nothing. 10 hours is nothing for me as an adult. And if you are a man, and sometimes he'd drive by himself, but sometimes he'd take the entire family, and his daughters are in their late teens, early 20s. So, they're old enough. They're okay. They can chill inside the car for 3 hours at a time, get out, have a bit of a rest, have a drink, and then keep going, and then they switch driving. They can do that. That's not a problem. And I think this is the way I want to do things. I think that while driving clearly statistically is more dangerous, I think that it's a lot more rewarding. It's a rewarding way to travel as opposed to flying, which is a bit more clinical. It's a bit more, I don't know, hasn't got that emotion attached to it. So, money. How are we going to make money on our journey? Let's get back to that. Sorry, I sort of go off sometimes. Making money is important. A lot of people save money before they go. We will save some money before we go. Okay? Before we go away, regardless. But part of the reason we want to go away is to save money. It costs a lot of money to live in the city, especially in a city like Zurich. So part of the reason why we want to go away is to save money, because we want to, we want to come back here, and we want to be able to sort of have a bit more flexibility. Okay, but how are we going to do that? How are we going to save money but work at the same time? Well, me and my wife, we both work online. We both work online. We do all of our work from home. We work from home. But yeah, it's we don't have to be attached to any particular place. All we need is internet. All we need is Wi-Fi. So that's what we are planning to do. So my wife works now 9 till 5. I work just whenever I need to work, but I'm the one who works for myself. I'm self-employed, so I'm a bit more flexible. My wife works for a large education company, so she needs to, she needs to be in certain places at certain times. So she will be the person who will continue working. She will continue working even after we've left. She'll continue working for around 3 hours, between 2 and 3 hours a day, which is perfectly doable. She could do that in the car, but we actually planned to wake up in the morning, train. This is how our day was gonna go, but that's a video for another day. But yeah, wake up early in the morning, train, breakfast. Then my wife's going to work. I'm going to do something with the kids until she's ready to leave, and then we jump in the car and we can just all drive together. We're going to leave about 12. Drive for 2 hours. Then we're going to have a bit of a rest, drive for another 2 hours, and that will come up to about 5 o'clock, where we want to start camping up for the next day. So that's how we are going to work our day out. I didn't really want to go through all that, but the whole point is that we're going to be working. We're going to be working on the road. That's the most important thing. I'm the 3 hours a day, I think, is enough for her. For me, I'm going to do 3 hours a day as well, but I'm a lot more flexible. I don't have to do 3 hours and then that's it. We both work in a way in which she just needs to show her work to her employees on a Friday via a report. That's it. She sends that report. That's it, and she's done. And then she's on to the next thing. She's free then. So I'm different. I'm going to be working all the time. I'm going to have calls coming in all the time. So I'm going to be doing whatever I need to do whenever I need to do it. But regardless, I'm going to be on the road when I'm doing it. So, yeah. So we're both going to be earning money. How much is it going to cost? When Dan Grech did it, I always go back, refer to Dan Grech, he spent $1,300 a month going around Africa. Now, if you want to add that to the fact that we're not going to rent, we're going to buy a car, but it's likely we're going to finance it. And then if you put on top of that the fact that we're a family, we are looking at around $2,500 a month that we will need to spend, and that includes everything, which is so cheap. It's so cheap. $2,500. That will put us in a good, strong position where we will be able to save money too. We will be able to save enough money to do, to come back and not be broke. That's what we don't want. We don't want to come back to Europe and we're stone cold broke. We're going to need money to survive and do things. And yeah, we're going to be working still, but we want to have a cushion there. So when we get back, we can get a place, or we can, not get a place, we can refurbish our place. And really get to work on making sure the place is nice, and so we can have a place, again. So that's important for us. So we're going to be earning money on the road, basically, and we've got a little bit of savings. So that's essentially how we're going to afford to be on the road. And I think more people should take the opportunity to do this. I think this is a great example of how technology now works. that we can now travel to semi-remote places and still talk with our parents, FaceTime, almost instantly. We can send them messages and stories and everything else and videos. And we need to take advantage of that so we can start working. I'm also got the YouTube channels too. I've got a YouTube channel and I make some money from that. It's not a lot of money, but some money comes in from YouTube as well. And I'm hoping as well that these other YouTube channels, Overland Fam and The Hard Way, I hope those two are monetized by the time we leave. So that will bring us in a bit of change too, So I'm hoping everything is going to be, everything's going to be really cool. I will make videos for my my big channel, my normal channel, but for Overland Fam and The Hard Way, for those two channels, those will be the two main channels for overlanding. So I'm hoping those two will bring in some money because the demographics will be more targeted, more unique people there, unique viewers. And then I'm going to be posting sort of like 10-minute videos just talking a bit about Africa and about the crime in the repack community, and then taking it from there. Those videos will be posted to this main YouTube channel that I have up at this present moment, Ton Talks. So that's it. That's how we're going to make money. We're going to work, we're going to make videos, and hopefully we can get some support from our viewers on Patreon. We will open up a Patreon. And every penny counts. So right now we're focused on saving money and que sera. Okay, so thanks for watching me. Guys, I hope you're also inspired a bit about some of the information I've given, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.